So I've got these 3 ducks that are living on the, not living, but staying on the dock out front. And unfortunately, they're making a real mess all over the dock. They're pooping everywhere, and they're just really making a mess. And there they go, and they leave more poop. What a mess. Anyway, let me fix the zoom here. And sorry about that, guys. This is Dan with Pain Free You. I just wanted to show you the ducks, and man, do they make a mess out here. I don't even have a hose. I'm gonna have to get a bucket and start splashing this off. Anyway, today's topic: do you love yourself? And everybody's first reaction is going to be like, of course I do. And do your actions reflect that? Do your thoughts reflect that? And maybe some of you will immediately say, no, I don't love myself. I hate myself. Right? And I think this is a struggle everybody's got. We all have this struggle. We've all got self-critical thoughts, self-critical behaviors, or self-sabotaging behaviors. And it's really a tough thing. And how does it relate to pain? For me personally, I journaled about everything that was wrong with my life. External. And it really got to the point where I couldn't come up with anything else outside of myself that I was angry about. Look, you can get angry about a lot of stuff. You can, you can really project everything on the people around us, on the world around us, on the experiences we run into on a daily basis. At the end of the day, for me, it was a lot of self-critical thoughts, self-sabotaging behaviors, procrastination, not really applying myself in my career, in my life. And so there was a deep displeasure with myself. I don't know that I would quite call it hatred, but certainly anger, certainly disappointment. And it reflected in my pain, right? Because it's sometimes easy to say, I'm really mad at them, or this thing, or that thing, or whatever's going on. But it's really tough to look in the mirror and say, yeah, you're the person I'm most disappointed with. And I don't know if this is resonating with any of you folks, but that was my issue. And when my TMS-based or distraction pain-based mind-body work began to focus on what were my true feelings about myself, it's when I started to realize, like, man, I've been missing the mark. I've been looking externally to me. This happened to me when I was younger. This happened to me when I was in my 20s or 30s, or life kind of happened, had a kid and a wife and tight money and bad commute and stressful job. And sure, all those things played into it. It's all cumulative. It's not just one thing. It's all cumulative. But really, when I started taking a look at it, I realized that the overlying commonality was me, right? I was the thing that was participating in the rest of my life's experiences. So if life is really challenging and everything around you seems like it upsets you, what do all those things have in common? Maybe it's you. And I'm not blaming you in any way, shape, or form. But what I'm suggesting is, if all of your emotional-based work that you're trying to do is focused on how they did something to me, or that affected me, or somebody else did something to me, I would encourage you to try this exercise. Go stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself, and see how long you can look at yourself. If you're turning away or this is uncomfortable, there's a signal, right? And I would encourage you, while you're in front of that mirror, to say, right now, what emotion am I feeling? And look at yourself when you do this. This will start to peel off some layers of that onion that perhaps an area of your TMS work or mind-body work that needs to be addressed. So do you love yourself? Are you acting like you love yourself, right? Self-love is easy to talk about. Oh, I love myself, yeah. But if you're honestly walking around all day long criticizing yourself, saying, why am I so stupid? I can't do anything right. Do you really love yourself, right? That internal roommate that talks at us all day long. Those are probably a reflection of our beliefs about ourselves. And if it's constantly the naysayer and saying, you know, why can't you do anything right? And what's wrong with you? And, you know, you can't get this done. Yeah, sure, you believe in Sarno, but you'll never get it done because you can't get anything done right, right? That voice inside our heads is probably a reflection of our own belief about ourselves. And that can be a little bit scary, right? And then as you look at the actions you take every day, it's definitely a reflection of what we believe about ourselves, right? What's the quality of food you're putting in your mouth? What are you doing from a physical standpoint? And yes, I know many of us, while in the throes of this pain, we could not exercise. But we could exercise our brain. Are you reading? Or are you numbing yourself in front of hours and hours and hours of TV every day? Are you eating junk food, candy, smoking, drinking a lot of alcohol to numb yourself from reality? Right? Those are not behaviors that show a lot of self-respect and love. And I struggle with this stuff. I mean, look at my face. I carry weight in my face, and if you go back and look at pictures of me from October last year, I was a good bit thinner, right? And I'm not happy about it. And so there's got to be a little bit of self-esteem and lack of self-care that's resulting in me saying, whatever, I'm going to have the dessert, I'm going to have the fries, I'm going to have this, I'm going to eat that. And so I'm preaching to the choir here, and I'm actually talking to myself when I put this video out there. And this video isn't designed to make any of us feel worse about ourselves, but it is designed to help us, me included, open our eyes and say, am I behaving in such a way that really signifies to myself and to the outside world that I really give a crap about myself? Am I following a morning routine? One thing that I struggle with is the addiction to technology, right? And what's one of the first things I do when I wake up? Pick up the phone, right? I start looking, and before I know it, the outside world is dictating my agenda for the next hour, and I just waste so much time. And that's not really a behavior of somebody who is focused on their own well-being and my own priorities in life, right? There's things I want to and should be doing every day, and I haven't been, right? So getting up and exercising, getting up doing my stretches, hydrating properly, eating healthy meals, avoiding the crap, the junk foods, the things that I know are not to my best interest. And so, do you love yourself? Are your behaviors mirroring that self-love? And if your behaviors and your self-care is really lacking, then that's probably a good reflection of your amount of self-love or self-criticism or disbelief in yourself. So in my opinion, there's not much more important than a commitment you can make to yourself to take care of yourself, mind and body, right? How are you taking care of your mind? Yes, you're doing this TMS work, but are you doing it in a self-critical, judgmental way? Or are you doing it with love and saying compassion and understanding that, hey, this stuff is difficult, it's challenging, it's really something you got to get good at and practice. And are you giving yourself the patience and the consistency and the daily actions to do that? And how are you caring for your body, right? If you're just numbing yourself with ice cream and junk food and lack of mobility. Look, if you can't do a lot of physical exercise, I'm not telling you to go run a marathon tomorrow when you're racked with pain. But how are you caring for your body? I do believe that certain things impact us. You know, I'm out here at the lake and it's foggy, and I'm hoping sometime this month we get some sunshine, because this has been a dreary June. And even so, getting the natural light, even as it filters through the clouds, is wonderful. We need to get outside. I just read a brief article yesterday where cortisol is essentially absorbed by sunlight. So what does that mean to us? Well, cortisol is a stress hormone, and with raised cortisol levels, we have all sorts of impacts to our health. And so literally, sunshine will help to diminish the cortisol levels in our body. What else can diminish it? You know, taking a little bit more of a chill attitude, like not freaking out over everything. I'm not saying repress your emotions, but I'm saying choose your reaction to the outside world. Choose your reaction to yourself. If you're walking around like a ball of stress all the time, you're probably raising your adrenaline and cortisol all the time. So one thing that I really find is that it's tough for me to be super stressed out if I'm outside. Even right now that it's foggy and cloudy and the sun, I haven't seen the sun in days here. It still feels so much better here than it does in front of a computer screen or staring at my phone, right? So get outside. Do that. It's great for your body. It's great for your mind. And it will reduce your cortisol levels. So this was a little bit of a heavy topic. I'd love to know whether or not this opened your eyes a little bit, whether or not it will shift you from focusing on the outside stressors of the world, maybe a little bit towards yourself, and maybe acknowledging some of the beliefs and feelings we have about ourselves will kind of crack things open for you a little bit and allow this emotional work that we're doing, the feeling work that we're doing, to be a little bit more effective. So, heavy topic. And again, I'm really speaking to myself here just as much as I am to you guys, because I definitely still have some work to do in this. And let me know your thoughts. Please comment below. And let me know what you think about this. And please, let me know if there's a topic you would like for me to cover. Until then, I'm just going to kind of keep on picking from a long list of possible topics that I'd like to discuss. And so, love you guys for watching. Thank you for all your feedback and encouragement. So we will talk to you tomorrow.